Hello guys, welcome back, and today we will discuss another topic, that is where our mind resides, or mind, where it is, or where does the mind resides. So regarding that, we will do a discussion. That is a risky question, right? Where does our mind resides, or where is your mind? Each and every person is having a specific answer for that, so we cannot come to a conclusion that this is the exact area, but we have a lot of studies to explain that we will see here. So as I said, it is a tricky question. So according to the studies, there is no question without answer, right? So we will talk a little bit about where does our mind resides. The studies about brain says that uh, brain is the organ or medium of mind. I don't think it's clear. So brain is the organ or medium of mind, just like heart is the organ of blood of circulation, or lung is the organ for respiration. I'll simplify it. Lung is the organ for respiration. How the respiration process will take place? Through the lungs. How the cardiovascular blood circulations will take place? Through the head or with the help of heart. Same way, brain is the organ or the medium of mind. So that is an idea about mind. To understand what is mind means, that is the simple definition which I can give you. The study saying that brain is the organ or the medium of mind. Through our brain, the mind is happening in front of you. The mind is happening in this present situation. Okay, so according to psychology, what is mind means? Mind is the seat of consciousness and the essence of your life. Mind is the seat of consciousness. So it is the seat of consciousness, where the consciousness, either it is subconscious, unconscious, free conscious, whatever it is. Okay, so mind is the seat of any kind of consciousness and the essence of your life. That is the psychological definition of mind. So while coming to the theories, while studying the theories and all, there are a lot of theories and there are a lot of ideas to explain the meaning of mind. Among that, first thing is reductive physicalism. Reductive physicalism. It means the world is made up or consists of physical stuff, including you and me. The world is consist of physical stuff, including you and me. So we all are the physical stuffs which is there in this world. So everything in the world can explain with the help of our brain, and the brain contain neurons. So world is consist of physical stuff including you and me, and everything in this world can explain with the help of our brain, and brain contain neurons. So the changes in your brain can create changes in your personality. Your brain is deciding your mind. That is the meaning of reductive physicalism. Brain is the area which control your body. Sometime brain is the area which can create changes in your personality. So that is the meaning of reductive physicalism. What is reductive physicalism? It means this world is made up or consists of physical stuff including you and me. In this physical stuff, what is there? Brain. So what is that physical stuff? Brain. So the brain can explain or can create changes in your behavior and your personality. This behavior, personality, everything is a part of mind, the so-called mind. That's what the psychiatric doctor will give anti-anxiety or antidepressant drugs for mood and emotional problem, with an explanation that what these drugs will work on your brain to control your mood and emotions. So that is the meaning of reductive physicalism. Reductive physicalism. Okay, the next thing is substance dualism. That is another theory or explanation which is related to mind by Rene Descartes. He was a mathematician and a scientist. Okay, according to him, the world is made up of both physical and mental stuff. Okay, in the reductive physicalism, I told you the world is made up of physical stuff only. That means the brain, and brain is controlling everything. So problems in your brain can create changes in your mood. So if you give medication to control your brain activities, the mood will get stable. So that is reductive physicalism. But in substance dualism, we will see one thing, that both physical and mental stuffs are there in this world, according to this Rene Descartes. Physical stuff means what? Your brain, your body, your neurons, your reflexes, etc. And your mental stuff means like God, your poor mind, your emotions, etc. So two stuffs are there in this world. They are physical stuff and mental stuff. And we human, we are the only one who combine both body and mind in one being. So we are the only one who combine both body and mind in one being, and these two steps are interacting together or interacting each other to lead our life. That is the meaning of substance dualism. Okay, so in reductive physicalism only physical steps are there, like that saying, but in substance dualism we have both physical and mental stuff. Physical stuffs are like body, your brain, your neurons, your reflexes, and mental stuff like the idea of God, idea of emotions, idea of anxiety, idea of depression, idea of pure mind. Okay, and these things are together in only one being, that is human being, and these two steps are interacting each other, and that idea is known as interactionism. So the next idea about mind is interactionism. So what is interactionism means? The mind and body, these both substance or these both steps are interacting each other. For example, mind will interact to body to get up, take bath, have your breakfast. Mind will tell your body that you get up, time is up, you have to get up, you have to go to your job. Okay, you have to get up, you need to take bath, you have to get ready, you have to take your breakfast, so on, etc., etc. But interesting thing is that these two stuff, what two stuff, mind and body, will work sometime without will or wish. Without the permission of mind, body will work for mind, and without the permission of body, body will work for mind. For example, when you are sick, you feel stress. That means when you are sick, that means your physical stuff is sick, then your mind will get, you feel stressed and looks dull. That means your mental stuff also will get affected. And then when you are tense, that means your mind stuff is disturbed. Means you will get headache sometime. That means your body will work without the wish or will of mind. So this relation is known as Sigmund Freud's mind body and body mind theory by psychoanalytical theory. Body mind and mind body relation. So there's a strong relationship between mind and body. That is the meaning or idea behind interactionism. So we had a discussion regarding reductive physicalism, inductive dualism, and interactionism. All these things are telling different things, and some people are accepting this and some people are not accepting this. So what, while coming to a conclusion, what we can say, some people are happy with this explanation, but some people are not happy, and they have a question: why your mind can't work on, and why is connected to the body? So why the mind can't work alone, why it is connected to the body? That is a never-ending question and a tricky subject. And yeah, while thinking about that, we will see some more examples. Okay, I will tell you one example. Imagine you are in a dark room. Okay, from the day one of your birth, imagine you are in a dark room from the day one of your birth and learning everything there. Okay, but you have the opportunity to learn everything in the dark room. Okay, the facilities are there. You are learning everything. I mean, you are understanding the fact. This is tomato. This is fruit. So I'm going to tell about a fruit here. So I'm specifically talking about fruit. Okay, so you're learning everything, and you know all the fruits names. Okay, like tomato, cucumber, okay, apple, orange, everything you know, but you don't know how it look like or what is the color of the fruit. Okay guys, imagine. Okay, then suddenly one day you came out of the dark room and you are seeing a tomato. Okay, but you don't know how it looked like and what is the color, but you know what is tomato, that is a fruit. Okay, and this thing, the taste might be, you know, and you know for what it will use. Okay, everything you know, but you didn't see. And one day suddenly came out of the room and this first time you are seeing a tomato. Here is a question whether you will identify that is tomato. So after considering what, whether you will identify or not, that is a question for you. After the consideration, or after considering all this situation, okay, based on the studies, the scientist is saying that qualitative experience of seeing originally a product is entirely different from knowing about the thing. That means knowing a fact and seeing a fact are entirely different. Knowing a fact or seeing a fact, that are entirely different. So knowing a fact sometime will take place in your mind, and seeing with the help of your brain. These two things are entirely different. If everything explained in terms of interactionism, mind and body is interacted and working each other, means definitely you must understand that is tomato, because your brain and body will work together, or your mind and body is working together, means definitely this mental relation or this relations will definitely help you to understand that is tomato. But in other point of view, here the first experience of tomato, seeing tomato, will make you to learn new things that moment. So two things will happen there. Sometimes you don't get any idea, like because you didn't see tomatoes so far, first time you are seeing tomato. Sometimes you cannot get an idea, you cannot say what it is, but at the same time you will learn something new in that particular moment. But there is a question again, what at that moment when you see the tomato, you will learn something new, and your learning experience would be completely specific and personal. Okay, so two people are there, and we exposed to two of them in from the dark room to the light, and showing tomato, means my experience will be entirely different from your experience. My learning experience will be different from your learning experience. Okay, as soon as I see tomato, sometime I learn something new. At the same time, another person also will learn something new regarding tomato. Okay, but your learning experience would be completely specific and personal. If another person in this situation, means what, as I said, their experience will be entirely different. So we can conclude that the way we understand through our mind is specifically personal and subjective, and it will take place through reflection. What is there based on the reflection? And the way we understand through our brain is not personal, it is objective and variable. Okay, it will change. So the through mind, what you're understanding now, that is specific and personal. So after coming from the dark room, once you see tomato, so through your understanding through your mind is specifically personal and subjective. Okay, and it will take place through reflection. And the way we understand through our brain, it is not personal, it is objective and varying one. That's what I said previously. Knowing a fact and seeing a fact are entirely different, and it's up to you. So here the interactionism theory will get a failure, right? So interactionism theory is telling that mind and bodies are related, but in while coming to this conclusion, interaction theory we cannot accept in a complete way. So here, knowing a fact and seeing a fact are entirely different, and it's always up to you. And according to the studies, scientists have tried to define mind as the product of brain activity. The traditional studies are always trying to define mind as a product of brain activity, and they are showing the result and test results for proving that mind is a product of brain activity. Okay, and in conclusion they say that brain is the physical substance and mind is the conscious product of brain. Brain is a physical substance and mind is the conscious product of brain. But there are many classic arguments, as I said, what interactionism, as I said, what substance dualism. Okay, theories. Based on that, there are many classic arguments towards this traditional discovery, and the evidence shows that the mind goes beyond the physical working of your brain. But traditional studies are saying that mind is the product of brain activity, and brain is the physical substance and mind is the conscious product of brain. One group of people are believing that. So where does our mind reside, means they will tell it is not located in the specific part of brain, but it is all over our brain. But lot of classic arguments towards this traditional discovery, and the evidence shows that mind goes beyond the physical working of your brain. No doubt brain plays an incredibly important role defining in mind, but mind cannot be confined to that 1500 grams of brain and skull. Okay, so that is the philosophy of mind. So when you study the traditional studies, traditional researches, definitely you will come to a conclusion that mind as a product of brain activity. But if you think in a philosophical way, if you think beyond that, you will come to a conclusion, or the studies are telling, and after reading that again we'll come to another conclusion, that mind goes beyond the physical working of your brain. But one thing always you must accept, what is that? Brain plays an incredibly important role in defining mind, but mind cannot be confined to the 1500 grams of brain. So where mind resides, means That is a question always, and for me, it's up to you. For me, if the question is coming towards me, I'll tell you, it's up to you. So the studies are saying that mind is the emergent self-organizing process that regulates energy and information flow within and among us. So here we can see one interesting fact that our mind extends beyond our physical selves. In other words, our mind is not simply our perception of experiences. It is not completely related to our experience. It is our experience, but it's not simply our perception of experiences. For example, I'll give you another example, then you will understand a little bit more. What is the definition of a coastline or seashore? Is it water or sand? Seashore, you hope you know what is seashore. What is the definition of seashore? Is it the water or the sand? We would have to say the shore is both a sea and sand, right? We would have to say like that. What is the definition of seashore? Is it the water or sand? Like specifically water or sand, like that. If we are asking, if the person is asking you, means you will come get a doubt, right? We would have to say that the shore is both sand and sea. Both sand and sea. Our mind also same like this. When we can say our mind is a coastline, and we can say some inner and inner process. So some inner process are there, some inner process are there. Same like a coastline or a seashore. One study saying that our mind reflects the working of our brain. Working of our brain. What work means? The neural works, neuronal works, chemical works, the hormonal systems, which are all the works taking place in our brain. So the mind cannot be localized in the particular areas, and that will reflect in all area of brain. This is the traditional explanation again I am saying. All areas means the areas which is responsible for consciousness, your perception, your behavior, intelligence, motivation, urge to exercise, drive, language and reasoning, etc, etc, etc. So this is a traditional historical study or traditional studies result I'm telling. Our mind reflects the working of our brain. Work means your neuronal activities, chemical activities, hormonal system activities, etc. And this mind is not localized in a particular part of your brain, like not only in the cerebral cortex, not only in the frontal area, it is all over the brain. Okay. Then again, one more example I will tell you. You are staying alone in a remote village, which is very far from your home, okay? And one of your friend asked, how is the feeling or how is the life over there? If your answer is isolated, I feel isolated, I feel disconnected, like that means, again a question will arise about the meaning of mind. Your answer indicate that we all are the part of each other's lives and we all are the part of the society. And that reality only made you to say, I feel disconnected and isolated. You are staying alone. Nobody is there. So that's what you felt, isolated and disconnected. If your answer is isolated and disconnected, why? Because we are all the part of the society. We are all interacting each other. We are all social animals. That's what you felt, you are disconnected and isolated. If your mind is just a brain activity, means you don't feel disconnected or isolated, because your brain will work for you and you will feel comfortable, but you didn't feel that. So what we realize here, it is this is the irrational process, and there is this huge shift in the sense of belonging. So we can't say mind is not only situated in the brain, right? It is beyond the level of your what brain activities. So different answers are there. So the findings suggest that mental functions, or the so-called mind, the so-called mind might not be located to a fixed brain region. So we can come to a conclusion that where does our mind decide? Like that a question is coming to you, means you can say the so-called mind might not be located to a fixed region, and you can say this examples. Someone is trying to prove traditional results, means you can say I have this experience. If you're like, I felt isolated and disconnected when I have stayed long away from my family or far away from my family. Why? because we are human beings. If my brain is controlling my mind, means definitely my brain will work for my mind, and I don't feel that much irritated, I don't feel that much. So we can come to a conclusion that mind might not be located to a fixed brain region. So simply we can say it is a virtual machine running on distributed computers with brain resources allocated in flexible manner, says David Rudruff at the University of Iowa in Iowa City. So what is the meaning of mind means, or what is the meaning of mind means, you can say what is the meaning of mind. Where does it reside? If the question is coming means, you can say it's up to you, because the working of mind will be specific. It is personal, and the working of brain will be objective, and it will change. Of course, mind will work along with brain, but the activities of the mind is beyond the capacity or beyond the level of mind in some point. So two answers are there, and what answer you will take, it's up to you, because you can only say where your mind is, or where does our mind decides. Hope you understand, guys. Thank you.